Now, on Monday, the 6th of January, a mother and her young daughter were the victims of a terrifying attack when raiders invaded their home in North County Dublin. We have a reconstruction of the events that took place.
Howth, County Dublin. Last month, a family became the target of an armed gang in this quiet North County Dublin suburb.
Oh, now leave her alone. She's not feeling well today. You make sure you finish all of your breakfast. Don't mind her. You all set to go?
She ready for school?
She's not feeling well to me, folks, so you're just going to take
It was Friday morning. The father was doing the school run on his way to work. But on this morning, one of the girls was sick and was staying home with her mother.
Your tummy? Okay, listen, don't eat these.
The father and older daughter left the house at 8:37 a.m.
I'll just be downstairs, okay?
The mother checked their younger daughter was tucked up in bed before going back downstairs. A while later, there was a knock at the front door. She wasn't expecting anyone, so she didn't answer. But when the knocking continued, she went to see who was there. Two men were standing outside.
What do you want?
I'm here for the call around the garden.
Just leave it in the letterbox.
The men did as she asked and walked away. She opened the door to call after them.
Excuse me, who asked for this quote?
Suddenly, the two men rushed back and grabbed her, forcing her back into the house. Two more of the gang, who'd been hiding in the back garden, also rushed in. The men seemed surprised she wasn't alone. The men spoke with Dublin accents. They demanded to know where the safe was. Their faces were covered up and they wore gloves.
There's no money here,
We don't keep money in the house.
Yes, come on, you're going to help us here.
The little girl was brought to her mother. She held her tight.
Don't leave her alone. Leave her alone.
One raider was older. He was more aggressive than the rest of the gang. The mother and daughter were pushed into a room off the kitchen and bound with black cable ties. The man in the blue scarf stood guard, while the other men searched the house. They took jewellery from the bedroom. The woman and her child were terrified, especially when the ringleader threatened the woman with a crowbar.
You know we could kill you.
The raiders found a safe. It had a combination lock, and they couldn't break it open.
Combination on the safe. I don't know. We found the safe. What's the code?
I can't remember it.
Come on, what's the
I
code?
really don't know. Just take it and leave. Just take the safe and leave.
Where's that car keys? Where's that car
The
keys?
red bit in the red bit.
Get it out. Get out. What happened? You stay put for 15 minutes. No point going anywhere. All the house be done. I'll tie it up as well. Come on, you.
They fled at 9:16 a.m., making their getaway in the woman's Honda CRV with an 07D registration number. They drove the car towards Howth village, puncturing the passenger side back tyre along the way. The Honda was later found abandoned in a public car park on Harbour Road. The woman struggled to her feet and freed herself. Gardaí are appealing to anyone who may have information about this raid to get in touch with the programme.
Oh, it's all over now.
Paul, there was a lot of media coverage surrounding this case. People were appalled, in particular, that an 8-year-old girl was put through an ordeal such as this. How are the family bearing up now?
Yes, good evening, Grania. The family were traumatised, of course, in this event, but they have been given crime prevention advice, which has upgraded their family security, and with victims' support assistance, the family are making a recovery.
Okay, as we saw there, when the raiders entered the house, they were surprised that the daughter of the house was still there. Would that indicate that they'd been watching the house for some time?
Yes, I'm satisfied from my inquiries that this family were being watched, and I would appeal to anybody in the area that may have seen anything suspicious, particularly between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. Any morning leading up to that Friday morning, the morning of the robbery. I have no doubt that this family were being observed and their patterns were well watched, and these people knew it.
There were 4 raiders in total. They must have arrived from somewhere. Somebody maybe dropped them off.
Absolutely, it's possible that a vehicle was used to drop these people at the scene. We have no information on that, and again, as I say, if anybody saw anything suspicious on the morning of the robbery, particularly between 8 a.m. or up to the hour of 8 a.m, would the police call the programme.
Of all the raiders, the best description is clearly this one.
Yes, this is a photo fit compiled by our injured party, and she's very satisfied that this is a very good likeness of one of the culprits. He's aged at 50 years of age, 5'8" to 5'9" in height. Dark, heavy black hair. There's a possibility that that may be a wig. A weathered, wrinkled face, very tanned complexion, and a Dublin accent. He was extremely gruff and aggressive during this robbery, and is described as the ringleader.
The second man, a little bit more covered up, but still a good description.
Yes, but during the course of the raid, his balaclava or his scarf fell down a little bit. He's aged 30s, around 16 stone, stocky build. He has blonde hair, blonde eyebrows, clean shaven, and piercing blue eyes.
The other 2 raiders, we can see them actually here. I suppose the big thing that would identify him at the time was a red scarf and this unusual trilby hat.
He has a trilby hat and a red scarf, and this is from the CCTV inside in the house. Somebody may recognise that hat, but I'll come back to it later.
Absolutely. Now, as the raiders made their getaway, Paul, they decided to take the lady of the house's car, which is a black Honda CRV. So 4 men got into that car and left the estate. What happened next?
That's correct. Well, Casana View is a cul-de-sac development, and that's the scene of the crime. The vehicle drove down Tremamby Road, down onto Abbey Road, and the vehicle was abandoned at the East Pier car park. And on its route, it got a flat tyre on the rear left. And that vehicle had to drive slowly with that. There were 4 men in it. Somebody had to see that vehicle. If you were behind it, you would have had to slow down. Please call the programme and let us know.
If you were behind it, you couldn't miss the fact that there was a puncture in the
Yes.
car ahead of you, and maybe that'll jog your
There
memory.
may be somebody out there who flashed the driver or brought it to his attention. We'd like to hear from him.
Now, you have found what they did next. Once they got to the Harbour Road car park, they transferred from the black Honda CRV into another vehicle.
Yes, they changed out of the Honda, carrying the safe with them, and got into a high roof Ford Transit van, quite distinguishable. It has red and white stripes above the rear 2 doors. Now, there's only one route out of Howth, and that's through Sutton Cross. If you were behind that van, we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to know, did it go straight to the city, or did it turn right for Baldoyle?
Also, I believe that car park and its environs is a very popular place for walkers that hour of the morning, and a busy place for people parking up before they head to work.
We know from our inquiries there was a lot of cars parked there on that morning, and a lot of people out walking. Somebody had to see those men get out of that vehicle and into the van.
Okay, please do get in touch.
Yes.
Okay, what was taken then? Some valuable and very, I suppose, valuable in terms of sentimentality items also.
The sentimental value attached to these 2 items. The first is it's a 3-stone diamond ring. The centre stone is a natural pink stone with 2 clear diamonds either side, on a 4-carat platinum ring. And the watch is a Tag Heuer make ladies' watch with metal strap. It has a salmon pink face and a diamond encrusted surround.
Very
I would like to hear from any jewellers that may have been offered that to sale. If it has been seen on the internet for sale, I'd be delighted to hear from anybody who may have seen it to call the programme.
Okay, Paul, the very best of luck with your investigation. If you have any information, the number is on screen now. Do get in touch, and if you've been the victim of a crime and you need help, then call the Crime Victim Helpline. That's on 116 006.